It's the Grind City Media Grizzlies training camp recap presented by Ortho South. Michael Wallace, Pete Pranica here from the Innsworth School in Nashville, where the Grizzlies wrapped up day one and will go back to work on Wednesday in day two. But Pete, as we look back at some of the top storylines coming out of day one of camp, obviously the update with Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to be important. Taylor Jenkins confirmed that Jackson suffered some tightness in his hamstring during the first workout. What more can you tell us about what Taylor said about Jackson?
Well, Taylor Jenkins said, yes, there was tightness in the hamstring. They'll do some imaging. It's a possible strain, but they don't know that. Won't know the final diagnosis until they do the imaging. That's forthcoming.
Well, when you talk about the Grizzlies, I mean, obviously coming into this camp, they were already down three guys, G.G. Jackson, Vince Williams Jr., obviously, and Cam Spencer, the rookie. All three of those guys are not going to be involved in training camp or the start of the preseason. Hopefully Jackson can get back on the court pretty fast because they're implementing some very brand new things and concepts on offense. What more do we learn about the Grizzlies' implementation of the new offense?
Well, some of this new offense, actually, they have shared with the team during the summer, so they were able to study it. Now, Taylor Jenkins says it's going to look complex, but it's actually very simple. Fewer two-man actions, more off-ball movement. He said look for more backdoors. The Grizzlies' offense was a lot of ball screens, pick and roll. They'll still have some of that, but they're going to have more five-man actions, more ball movement, more player movement, and the players are really, really excited. And Taylor Jenkins knows that there's a little bit of a learning curve, but guys are picking it up pretty quickly.
Absolutely picking up quickly, because when you talk about what point guard Ja Morant had to say about it, he said, listen, we're sharing the ball. Anybody who gets the rebound can bring it up. There's a lot of trust. There's a lot of accountability that's part of this offense too. How soon can these guys realistically understand the concepts of it, or is this going to be something that they carry through the season and into the season?
Well, I think it's going to be a work in progress, obviously, because you're trying to learn a new system. But Ja Morant talked about that word you mentioned, accountability. Coaches holding players accountable, players holding other players accountable, and even players holding coaches accountable for what's being called. Ja says, look, whatever you call, I'm happy to run it. But what Ja also said today, he said the ball is not sticking, it's moving, it's really getting around, and I think that it's going to be a much more effective Grizzlies offense. They're talking about pace, possession, and principles, but not only on offense, but on defense as well. And Taylor Jenkins said that there'll be more of a pressure mindset when it comes to defense for this team.
Absolutely. You and I were both inside the building here. The practice facility looks great. The gym looks great here at the Innsworth School. Did it seem like the team and the players had a comfortable fit in here? They had a lot of space to work out. This seems like it's going to be a pretty nice place to have training camp the rest of this week.
Yeah, it's an excellent facility. The Grizzlies very, very happy to have this while FedEx Forum is undergoing some renovations. The players very, very happy. I talked with some of the assistant coaches. They feel that guys, look, the Grizzlies are a high basketball IQ team anyway, so they're going to be able to pick this stuff up. Taylor Jenkins did say, he said, at times in the preseason it may look a little ugly. He said, but they're going to get it. This is it. Like I said, it's a high basketball IQ team when you talk about guys like Jaren and Ja and Dez and other guys on this team. So they're going to pick it up. It's going to be a work in progress, and Taylor Jenkins admitted it might be a work in progress throughout the course of the season, but it's off to a really good start.
Well, Marcus Smart told us afterwards, let's rest, let's recoup, and let's get right back at it for day two of Grizzlies training camp presented by Ortho South.